Well, look here. We are fighting you. You had the whole purpose of being on our team, but you decided to go with them. Very evil. So we got to slime you out. Yeah, yeah, we got you. Yeah, you're gonna go.
Chase's house during the party while all the kids from school
Sure.
spray the car spray all around the house, making it smell absolutely horrible. And then everyone would start to smell it, and they'd all laugh at Chase for having a disgusting smelling house. In my mind, this was a genius idea, but if I knew what the consequences were going to be for this, I never would have done it. Once the car spray arrived, I tested it in my backyard. Just one spray. And yep, it was as bad as I remember. The moment I sprayed it, I gagged, my dog ran away, a squirrel fell out of the tree and died. Pretty sure I saw the sky change colors. So I knew this was the real deal. And now, I started preparing for the mission. There was no way I could just walk into the house during the party. I knew I would have been recognized immediately. So I needed a disguise.
6v1.
Joe Goldberg
You can't count.
and bought a whole outfit. I had a black hoodie,
You can't count.
sunglasses,
That's
and a
good.
hat. And after preparing and figuring out all the details for how I was going to the party started at 8, so I waited till around 8:45 to get home. Time for the house to be full, music blasting, and Chase feeling like he's the king of the world. So I showed up to the function in a full disguise.
Oh, we can't kill.
Sunglasses on.
All we can do is arm him very bad. And actually try and get him from the first process. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not.
That didn't even make sense. I just didn't know what else to say. I slip in behind him like a fart in a tube, completely unnoticed, destined to start problems. We get through the front door, and just like that, the plan is officially on. The plan was crazy inside. There's music blasting.
Not even much of a fight. It's like much of a 36
They have a screaming at a ping pong table like they just hit a buzzer beater in the finals. And right in the center of it all, guess what I see? None other than Chase himself. I'm just staring at him from across the room, like Batman watching Joker from a rooftop. Or at least I felt like Batman. But realistically, I probably looked like this. And you might think that once I got into the party, I might be saying to myself, okay, maybe I should have followed through with this plan. But actually, seeing Chase have so much fun made me even more confident that I wanted to follow through with this. So I slip into the hallway and pull out the weapon.
Alright, guys.
I open the cap and immediately
Tell
had
us.
the ability to smell. Because the scent coming off the nozzle
Or else.
could knock out an elephant. And now I start spreading that smell all around the house.
Now,
In Chase's room.
tell us,
In the living room.
where
In all the bathrooms.
is your
I even saw a
owl?
fresh batch of laundry and sprayed it into there. That was just evil.
You know where
I
their
apologize
base
for that one,
is.
'cause his mom probably did the laundry and she had to deal with it. But I'm still careful when I'm moving around. I'm still restrained. I'm not going full blast yet.
Again.
I'm just laying down the breadcrumbs so people start to question the smell.
What? Did you just electrocute him?
Someone in the kitchen says,
Yep.
"Oh, bro, what is that?" And that's when I know it's working. I tuck the spray back into my hoodie pocket and start moving up towards the second floor.
Alrighty.
The party's
Let's
way
go.
louder downstairs, so barely anyone is up here besides people that are probably straight up robbing Chase, to be honest. But after making my way up to the second floor, I found
Alrighty.
my next target, the upstairs guest bathroom. This is when phase 2 of the battle starts. I call it the flood. Now, it was time to unleash the beast. I'm talking spraying it everywhere I can, getting as much out of it as possible. Like, just alone in that bathroom, I probably sprayed it 6 or 7 times. Hey, 6, 7! Out of the bathroom and start fighting.
Alright.
Then, multiple people started running. And I'm just like, sliding. There were literally people on the ground coughing as if they were choking on invisible air, which they kind of were. So I was panicking because people are starting to look like they're in genuine should I help? Should I say something? Well, then they'll know I'm here. But before I can decide what to do, rocks in Chase's mom. And I never met her before.
Let's go, kiddos.
She wasn't the most she wasn't like a fun, let's call you by your first name type of mom. No, she was more like a serious PTA meeting attendee. She walks into the house and just stops, dead in her tracks, eyes wide, and the flare. Her mouth was slowly curling as she just walked into to a boys' locker room, which she kind of did. And the look on her face, pure horror. This is what she did. What is that smell? The room goes dead silent. Even the music, which was just lasting 5 seconds ago, starts to fade.
Unleash them.
Herself got scared and took herself off. Everyone's just staring silently while no one wants to say anything.
I've
But there's nothing. No videos of the party, no dramatic captions, no memes. It's almost like it never happened. And that's when I really start to think. Because now I'm like, wait, why is nobody talking about this? Are they all traumatized? Are they just collectively suppress it? Was it that bad? I expected that when we all went back to school on Monday. That's when the conversations would start. I go up to one of the people that I was kind of friends with in school that I saw at the party, and I say, yo, so how was Chase's party? He just shrugs, so I say, I heard it got wild. Yeah, the whole place smelled like actual death. So the week goes by, and I'm trying to figure out why everyone is acting so weird. And I'm trying to also kind of forget about the whole situation because of how bad. But I'm sitting in class, still riding an emotional roller coaster. Till I start a party or accidentally commit a federal offense. When my friend leans over to me and whispers, yo, did you hear what happened to Chase? Suddenly, I didn't even think I was in the clear anymore. So I turn to him, trying to act casual and say, no, what happened? Nobody's seen him since the night of the party. Pause. Wait. What do you mean? Nobody's seen him. I pretty much say that to my friend, and he responds with, like, he hasn't been at school, he's not answering texts or phone calls, he hasn't been online, he's just gone. And I promise you, right then and there, I almost pass out on the floor like I was in a telenovela. I start spiraling immediately. Did I just hypnotize this man in the bed? Is he in therapy now? Was he so ashamed of what happened that he left the country and became a monk? Did his mom do something to him? I start imagining the headlines. Teen vanishes after exposure to mystery stench. Foul play suspected. Literally. The panic sets in hard. I go home that day and just sit in my room in silence. The whole time I'm just staring at my wall, running through the worst possible case scenarios. Do I confess what I did? Should I send an anonymous apology? Or do I throw away the story and pretend I never did any of this? 1 week later, still nothing. Chase still hasn't come to school. There's no updates. Nothing. At this point, the school had gone into full mode. Every period, a new version of the story spreads. Period 1, I heard he's in the hospital. Period 3, someone told me he moved schools and he's in witness protection. At lunchtime, I heard his mom sent him to boarding school in Wisconsin. PD, I have a source that told me that the son changed his DNA. He's part lizard now. The craziest part about all these rumors, everyone believed that the smell just came from a plumbing incident. Apparently, when Chase's mom smelled the awful stench, she assumed the worst. That someone broke her toilet, and that basically released an evil stench into the air ducts. Word around town was that she had to clear the house out for days, throw away a bunch of their furniture, and this should have been all great in theory because it meant I got away with it. But there was still one question. What happened to Chase? 2 whole weeks passed, and there was still no sign of him. Not just in class, but online too. And in this generation, it's not normal for someone to be unresponsive for 2 whole weeks when someone texts them. I mean, sure, sometimes I won't respond to a text right away just to seem serious and cool, but then after a couple hours, I can't resist anymore, and I open the message. So all of a sudden, there was a serious question going around school. What happened to Chase? Because not even his best friends knew where he was. I was sure that wherever Chase had been these past couple of weeks, I was the person responsible for it. And I never wanted it to go that far. The burden of that guilt was way too much for me. So even though I really didn't want to do this, I decided I had to. What am I talking about? Going to Chase's house. No matter what happened to him, I needed to know. Even if that meant getting busted. Because if Chase had something serious happen to him as a result of my prank, I wouldn't have been able to handle that. So after 2 weeks of Chase being absent, I went back to the scene of the crime. I knock on Chase's front door, and after a couple seconds, his mom answers. She obviously doesn't recognize me because me and Chase were friends, but she immediately assumes that we were. So she goes, sorry, Chase isn't here right now. Before she can shut the door, I say, wait, can you at least tell me where he is? So that means you're aware of what happened.
Let him go.
Correct. I tell her yes, but this is where I realized I messed up really bad. Because then she says, the past couple of months, Chase's behavior has not been great. And because his dad and I care about him so much, we decided we needed to change. What did that mean? Chase's parents sent him to boarding school. Meaning, he no longer went to my school. Apparently, Chase was already on thin ice with his parents, and this party was the final straw for them to finally make that decision. So they sent him away in hopes of correcting his behavior. And when she said this, I felt awful because I thought it was my fault. Like, I literally could have ruined this kid's life. But the only reason I don't feel horrible about this is that the next year in school, after summer, when we all went back, guess who was there? Chase. in school. Never misbehaved in class. He was way nicer to me now, and overall, just a cool guy to be around. So all I have to say is, thank the Lord the boarding school worked, because if it didn't, I would feel so horrible about what I did. I mean, I still do, but at least this is a consolation. So Chase, if you're seeing this, I guess you're welcome for helping you out. No, I am sorry though.
Kroger always gives you more ways to save, like low prices in every aisle. Plus, you can clip and save your digital coupons.
I don't know what to do.
Points to save up to $1 per gallon. Discover more ways to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
What? Let's start it. Use our full screen. Just destroy somewhere in the place. A great thing I have my powers.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Come on in.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yeah, of course.
Can I go to the bathroom?
You could leave school right now and never come back for all I care.
Why don't I just show you my incredible acting skills? To give you examples of the different types of every school has, including yours. First one, we gotta talk about still gives me goosebumps to this day. You are talking
Big
about
guy.
bad teacher. Every school had one. The teacher had an attendance mysteriously hit 100% even during flu season. The one where guys who hadn't raised their hand all year were
Yo!
volunteering to answer questions. The kids didn't even tell you that 2 plus 2 would become scholars. And for me, my baddie teacher was Mrs. Rodriguez in English class. And listen, calling this teacher just a baddie doesn't even do it justice for how beautiful she was. And it wasn't just me that thought this, it was all the guys at our school. And because of that, when we were taking our classes, everyone would try to get Mrs. Rodriguez's class. Not because of what she was teaching. To be honest, I don't even remember a single thing from that class. It was purely because she was 26 years old and looked like she should have been on a magazine instead of teaching us about Shakespeare.
It was
So
during
when
the
I found out I got into that class,
It was
I was
only
so excited. And the actual dynamic in that classroom was insane. Guys would show up 10 minutes early, which never happened for any other
Get
class.
out of
Like,
here.
I knew kids who were late to literally everything. Like, I'm talking, they were probably even late to their own birth. But when it came to this class, suddenly they discovered the concept of being on time. And whenever the teacher...
I don't kill me, bro. I'm gonna do this running. That'd be great. I'm gonna be a good guy. I can't trust you. You're gonna be my 48th kill. Self-defense here. What's going on? Carter, chill. Listen. Say it's gonna be good. What he said was enough. Couldn't stop you from your little massacre. Now listen. Just come on, okay? Okay, dude. Let's go. God. When I fuck myself, you see all my potential. Shit.
Classes always have these colored cards you get.
Got horrible memory.
Red meant
Well, we all just did.
It was basically like getting a red card in football.
Oh, it's years ago.
Middle school, where for
During
the first
the
time you're
computer.
actually starting to learn stuff beyond just addition and subtraction and how to not poop your pants. And now, instead of just having one teacher, you have 6 or 7 all teaching different subjects. School's getting harder, you're going through puberty, and all the teachers are telling you, you better not mess
Leave it all there. We don't use
Then
it.
you get to high
Hey.
school, and they let literally everything
And
slide,
like,
like everything.
yeah.
Teachers either
I was there.
president who didn't let you do anything,
And
so you
me.
hated going to their class. But the other half of high school teachers were just people who had straight up given up.
I should have killed that astronaut.
You could do literally whatever you wanted in these classes,
in
which
my
brings me to
48th
my next
episode.
subject, the chill teacher. The chill teacher was usually a coach for one of the school sports teams who just needed a teaching job to lead.
Now that I did
They
kill him,
literally had the I'm just here so I don't get fined
49th
attitude
if I
about their
kill.
job. Everyone was getting an A in their class, no matter what. Show up or don't, they couldn't care less. The only thing they cared about is when that last period bell rang and they got to leave the classroom.
Only one more
and
kill.
to the football field.
And
I'll
you're
never forget one class I had
didn't you kill 47?
because it was amazing.
So maybe you killed someone when I was there.
education theory. And you could be
Yeah.
saying, huh, I've never heard of that class before.
Go to
Me neither. All of us too, so
extracadora.
I'm pretty sure they just made it up simply so he had a class to teach. And let me
48.
tell you, this man
I
put
don't
about
even
as
want
much
to be
effort
50.
into teaching
I'm gonna
as this
try and
security guard
change.
did trying to stop people
Not killing
trespassing.
lions. But we need a
You do the
a
same thing every
plan.
day. Put on a documentary about sports and then fall asleep at the desk.
Yeah,
I'm not
we
exaggerating
do.
about